Okay,
let's figure out.
Go killer bee.
Even the moving of bees. Moving of bees. Well, people, there's bee corporations.
Just give it a twist.
They move them, like from the West Coast all the way to the Central Plains. And bees get confused.
Just a quick announcement. If you are a bee, you are wanted up here. So be here, bees. This is an open mic against Monsanto. If you have something to say, come here and say it to everyone.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check! Mic check! I am a bee! I am a bee! Your existence!
Your existence
Depends on my existence!
depends on my existence.
I feed!
I feed
On the delicious nectar!
on the delicious nectar
Of flowers!
of flowers.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
my bee friends and I
my bee friends and I
are undergoing a lot of stress
are undergoing a lot of stress
because Monsanto
because Monsanto
and their pesticides
and their pesticides
make monocropping
make monocropping
serious monocropping.
serious monocropping.
We lack the variety of flowers we need.
We lack the variety of flowers we need.
And because Monsanto
And because Monsanto
must use more dreadful pesticides
must use more pesticides
every few years,
every few years,
the neonicotinoids
neonicotinoids
are bioaccumulating
are bioaccumulating
in the soil,
in the soil,
in the plants,
in the plants,
in the animal food chain,
in the animal food chain,
in the water,
in the water,
and everywhere else.
and everywhere else.
And all my bee friends
And all my bee friends
are dying.
are dying.
The bee parties
The bee parties
are not so bumping
are not so bumping
without all the
This is what happens when we fight back.
All the time. Sometimes 3 times a week. We're not doing something 4 times a week. We're doing something. They poison us. We can't stay quiet. They poison us. We can't stay quiet.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. This one, don't panic, keep it organic. 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 Don't panic, keep it organic.
We're going to be going, someone suggests that we go to the Washington Post, because if they're not going to cover this, then we need to make sure they cover it. Also, the Washington Post takes money from Monsanto. It's looking every week in the Washington Post, there's a half-page ad with Monsanto saying, "We feed the world. We're agriculture. We're a sustainable agriculture company."
Force them to cover it!
We gotta force them to cover it. I mean, if they're not gonna cover it, what are we gonna do? Just twirl our thumbs and say, "Oh yeah, they're not gonna cover it." No! We gotta do something.
What are we gonna do?
Roundup on his garden without knowing really what was in it because the public wasn't very informed. And when I was about 8 or 9 years old, he got Parkinson's disease. And they determined that it was due to chemicals. They wouldn't admit that it was due to him using Roundup. But when I was 17 years old, he passed away from his struggling with Parkinson's disease. And I'm here right now to support him and the rest of my family because this is something that's very personal to me.
We're just going to have a moment of silence for some of the people that have died because of Monsanto's dastardly ways. So, just for a few seconds, let's just take a moment of silence to think about and reflect the people that are not with us here today because of Monsanto and its chemicals and food. All right, thank everyone. We have another person to speak.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you here today. My name is Michael Marceau. I'm with Veterans for Peace, the DC chapter. We just mentioned the folks who are no longer with us because of chemicals. Let me tell you how many folks we lost in Vietnam due to Agent Orange. I served there in '69 and '70 and saw some of this destruction that was being inflicted upon the country at that time, and it was very saddening and very disheartening. I also had the chance to go back last year with a group of Veterans for Peace members, and that was an amazing adventure. We actually met dozens of groups in country who are actually working with victims of Agent Orange. And that was an amazing experience. We also got to see what they're doing for the younger victims. We are now in our third generation of victims of Agent Orange in Vietnam and all across that part of the world too. So we are working very diligently with some of our members of Congress. I know there have been several bills introduced in the past several years to force the chemical companies, including Monsanto, to begin some kind of reparations for the damage that Agent Orange and other chemicals have done to the environment and to the people for the past 45 years. And so far, neither the U.S. government nor any of the chemical companies have contributed any funds to clean up, for education, for health care for victims. And we need to be more visible in our struggle to get the chemical companies and the government who hired the chemical companies to do the right thing and give some money to the victims and for the cleanup of Agent Orange. Thank you.
Thank you.
What most people don't know is that Veterans for Peace is also headquartered in St. Louis, Missouri, as well as Monsanto. And there's a good reason for that. It's because of Monsanto's chemicals and how they did to so many people. This is an open mic against Monsanto. Yes, come speak.
Hi, I'm Ty Berry, Code Dave. I'd just like to say, I know everyone knows this, but I'd also like to have that moment of silence for us to remember the thousands of Indian farmers that have committed suicide due to the practices of Monsanto. And the fact that our State Department, it's been revealed in recent FOIA papers that our State Department was involved in lobbying other countries for them to create laws to protect Monsanto GMO products and protect them from their laws that were originally stopping them, such as Argentina, which turned around its laws to create space for Monsanto to come in and mess with the farmers in Argentina. So there are people worldwide that are being hurt by Monsanto, not just us, that are being hurt by the fact that we cannot even decide for ourselves what we want to eat. Thank you.
I'd just like to make a quick announcement and thank the DC police for closing off the entire block for us. It's one of the best things about being able to have free speech demonstrations in Washington, D.C. is that activists throughout the years have fought and won lawsuits against the police to allow us to do this. Other marches around the United States, there was over 250 marches against Monsanto just in the United States alone. And other organizers have had to go through a lot of hoops to be able to have their demonstration. They had to sign forms to be able to hand out literature. They had to go to the police to be able to get permits. They had to go and get porta-johns because the police looked at their Facebook page and said, you have 2,000 RCPs. You need to have toilets for that. We are lucky here because we have a lot of opportunities to talk to people and to organize and to agitate and to celebrate the beauty of the Constitution. Because the First Amendment of the Constitution gives us the right to be here. And to tell Monsanto, we don't want you here either. This is an open mic against Monsanto. Please speak up.
Hello, my name is Matt. I noticed that the CEO a few days ago of this company had the nerve to say what we're doing is unfair. Well, I honestly think that it is very unfair that he said we don't have the right to know what's in our food.
Monsanto's CEO, a man named Hugh Grant, is making, I believe, $13 million this year, and he has the audacity to call us elitists because we want organic food.
I'm sure that's all it is.
Hey, how y'all doing? And you know, all the bees are dying out there, and there was a bee company that triggered this and found out it was Monsanto's properties that were killing them. But Monsanto has this under control. They bought the bee research company, and they now control the research on the death of the bees worldwide now by the largest one. They purchased it the other day, and it's sort of sad.
month ago that I was reading an article in one of the science magazines writing about how GMO research is being driven from most of Europe. Although Monsanto and their friends were able to get laws passed to allow GMO test plots in many European countries, there have been so much physical direct action, decontamination of European GMO plots, sometimes announced in advance to the police and everything, and large crowds come and root the crops out by hand, that research dollars are being stripped from those operations in Europe. The bankers, the stockbrokers are afraid to invest in a political risk. One way to kill any form of business is to make it too politically risky for investors to touch. We can make Monsanto the Huntington Life Sciences of food. Walk into any bank wearing a suit and tie and say, "Hi, I'm from Huntington Life Sciences, and I'd like to open a business checking account," and see what happens. You'll be shown the door because the bank president doesn't want protesters at his house. That's called political risk. Political risk breeds disinvestment. Disinvestment breeds the collapse of a business.
Yeah!
Huntington Life Sciences used to be worth billions and billions of dollars. Now it's $150 million in debt. We can do the same thing to Monsanto.
Thank you. So this is an open mic against Monsanto, and I had someone come to me with a really good idea. All right, listen here. We just had those bees die over here. Not all of you guys were able to see it because you're in the street. So what about we just have a mass die-in right here? Every single one of us dies because we're all going to die eventually. But it's the quality of life that we enjoy that counts. And we're here because Monsanto is poisoning us. So why not, on the count of 5, everyone take a dive. You ready? You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Monsanto's GMO! Oh no! We're dying! Oh, the bees! Save the bees!
Save the people!
All right! Let's eat some organic food and stand up! This is an open mic against Monsanto. Come here and speak your piece. Don't panic, keep it organic. Don't panic, keep it organic.
Don't panic, keep it organic! Don't panic, keep it organic! Don't panic, keep it organic! Don't panic, keep it organic!
Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Hi, my name's Erica Dolner, and I started Occupy the FDA and Occupy the EPA. I also work for the NDA lawsuit. I didn't fall to the ground just then because I have a fake knee and I have a fake hip, and I've had about 13 surgeries. I did not fall to the ground because I have had a total knee replacement, a total hip replacement. I've had an autoimmune disease called juvenile rheumatoid arthritis since I was a teenager. I found out in 1998 that I had traces of Agent Orange in my bloodstream. My dad apparently does not have it, even though he's a Vietnam vet. And I just want to tell you, I'm standing here in front of you now, completely symptom-free. I have completely eradicated GMOs from my diet for 18 years. And I'm here to tell you that you can be like me. I have 2 fused wrists, a total knee replacement, a total hip replacement, total reconstruction on my elbow, and I am without severe juvenile rheumatoid arthritis now for 5 years. So you can do it. Just get Monsanto and GMO products out of your life in every way. And I just want to say, because nobody else brought this up, the Terminator gene is a big deal. Because it's not 100% perfect. And so it contaminates organic fields, and then they sue those farmers for that. And it's actually contaminating the genetics of original, all-natural seed, and that's a big concern. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, join Occupy the EPA and Occupy the FDA on Facebook. That's where I'll be.
When I say stop, you say Monsanto. Stop.
Monsanto!
Stop.
Monsanto!
When I say no, you say GMO. No.
GMO!
No.
GMO!
My name is Urban, and I'm from Inform and Engage. It's good that we're all here. But we have to take this a step further. And the way we do so is by spreading the news, by spreading the knowledge, by getting everyone informed. If the Washington Post isn't here, then we have to deliver the message. We have to tell everyone. Monsanto, right now they have bought politics. They have bought companies. They're buying everyone. But if we stand up, if we decide that this won't happen no more, if we decide that we will not allow this, we can stop them. Yeah, check out my website, informandengage.com, like she said. Pardon me?
GeneticRouletteMovie.com.
Check out her website, GeneticRouletteMovie.com. I'm sorry, what?
The #1 way to get your family, friends, and loved ones off of GMOs is to go to the website, GeneticRouletteMovie.com. $2.99. Sometimes it's free when they're feeling certainly generous, but they're trying to recoup the cost of making this documentary. This documentary is hands down the way that people immediately stop buying GMOs. They stop going to Giant and Safeway, and they start researching and visiting their local farmers, finding out who they are. AnimalWelfareApproved.com. Find your local farmer that treats his animals right. Pasture raised, not grass-fed. Grass-fed is bullshit. It's not even organic. It's like natural is not organic. It's a way to keep CAFO cows, feed them some grass, and sell it to you, mark it up more expensive, and trick you. Pasture raised, okay, animal welfare approved, and watch GeneticRouletteMovie.com.
And I have one more thing to say. Right now, there's an app. It's called Boycott. It tells you what companies are making Monsanto products. So you can download it at the Google Play Store. You can download it at the App Store. And it will tell you when you go to the local grocery stores or the local, or wherever you go to shop, which products are made by them.
Hi, my name is Bridget. I'm here from southwestern Virginia, down in the Shenandoah Valley. I want to say that seeds are a right. Seeds are a right of all of us. Seeds, and you cannot patent them. I don't believe that you should be able to patent seeds or make it illegal to have certain seeds. And so that's just what I want to say. I'm totally against that. We have to rise up and fight this and get our heirloom seeds back.
Hi everyone. I'm up here because I believe that we're going to win this. Right now, there's been a lot of rent sinking by Monsanto. The government's been favoring Monsanto. We all know Monsanto has a lot of money, a lot of power, and that the government's been corrupt. There are a lot of people working in the FDA that have formerly been high up in Monsanto, and they're high up there. The Monsanto Protection Act, do they need that? No. And then we've talked about the problems with organic farmers, or just any farmers getting sued because Monsanto seeds accidentally spilled on their land. That's not their fault, that's Monsanto's. There's a problem here. The government isn't working for us, but I know if we keep coming back here, if we keep believing in this, if we keep working on this, they can't ignore us.
That's right.
We're gonna get heard, we're gonna win this, and we're gonna be healthy. If you believe in a happy, healthy future for this earth, make some noise. Make a little bit more noise. If you still believe in the America that your grandparents, that your parents, or that you came to, if you still believe in this country, and that it works for you, and that it supports you, then make some more noise. Thanks, everyone. Let's make this happen.
All right.
We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. 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 We are unstoppable. Another world is possible.
How you doing, America? My name is Raphael Hilliard, and I'm paramilitary for the United States Marine Corps. Now I'm under recovery, yes. Oh. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Over the years, I've studied, I've gone up Florida A&M, I've traveled the world. As I've looked over these companies, I've now understood all they care about is money. It's not about us. We're cattle. We've always been cattle. This country was founded off of cattle. So, as of now, I ask you, it's not about passing the word or separating and giving it to someone. It's about action. They're already working 5 steps ahead of us. That's why they're scared, because now we're waiting. 2013 is the year of enlightenment. We are enlightened. We are awake. I ask you all, we shouldn't be going to these stores. We should be going to our own farmers. Yes. We need to get seeds, not food. We need to stockpile on seeds, because sooner or later, all the seeds are going to be gone. They have already contaminated the animals. The animals are contaminating us, which is our plant life is dying. Everything's going. And they're just going to keep going until we're gone and start over. That's all it is. So I ask you guys, when you leave here, go to your farmers. Talk to them. Try to find out a way that we can collect seeds, because those seeds are our seeds of life. And that's what we need to continue going for our history to continue growing. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? All right. Well, for those of you who live locally, you might know me, Eric Sheptok, as the homeless advocate. Okay. And it may come as a surprise, but I actually was going to be quiet today. But then again, the guy right before me said something that made me say, I got to speak up today. Because he mentioned something that needs to be said at every gathering, whether it's about housing, or it's about stopping a war, or it's about the food that goes into you. The problem is capitalism. The problem is that our government is all about making money, and they're always kowtowing to the people who have all the money. You know, if you have money, you have power. And you know, I gotta admit that until today, I had never been to a Monsanto protest. I'd heard about it, you know, I kind of got locked into my own issue, but But then I was like, well, you know, all these issues come together. They all converge at the point of capitalism. But then the other issue that needs to be brought up is this. You know, the government doesn't want us to know what they're doing behind closed doors. The government doesn't want us to know the truth about why various wars are started. We got soldiers out there killing and who don't know why they're killing and so forth and so on. They want to treat us like mushrooms, keep us in the dark, and feed us a bunch of shit. But you know, there's a line that's got to be drawn here. And that line is drawn at my mouth. You know, when you don't want me to know what's going inside of me, that's where I got to draw the line. Some people can ignore the issue of government corruption, but I don't think there's a human being alive who can rightly ignore the issue of what goes inside of them. When you lie to me about what's going inside of my stomach, that's when I really got to step up. You know, and I think that's why we're all here. And so I know there are folk who have died because of Monsanto's evil ways, you know, but I think this has got to be the day where we all just begin to step up against this stuff, against their corruption, against them buying off our government, and we got to let them know, look, we're not going to take it anymore. Can y'all help me say, we're not going to take it. You know, we ain't going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. No, we're not going to take it. You know, we ain't going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. You know the rest of it. We'll fight, and you'll see. But we're not going to take it anymore. Thank you.
What up, world? How we doing? Awesome. You guys look beautiful. I really like your signs. All right. I just want to say, like, Mexico had 50 different types of corn, and basically when a disease comes, if you have a large variety of seeds, then some can survive and some won't. And in the Monsanto's case, they're monocropping. So if a disease does come, it can wipe out all of those corn crops, and we're screwed, basically. So basically, by monocropping, we're in a really bad predicament. Secondly, in Hawaii, there was a corn farm, and Monsanto had their corn in another adjacent farm. The wind blew the seeds into the other farm, and they found that Monsanto crops were being grown on that farm. So what did Monsanto do? They sued that farm, and now they're not existent anymore, and now they're probably ruled by Monsanto. So they are really evil. They only want money. They're killing us, and we got to do something about it. Thank you so much for coming out.
My name is Mary Claire. I come here from Virginia. I'm only 12 years old, so I don't know much about this GMO stuff. But I know enough to say that we're not science experiments, and we shouldn't be treated like them. So, this needs to stop. I mean, there's nothing else I can say.
How's it going, America? It was perfect that she went up before here because I was going to bring up a little fact. Just about a week or so ago, I came into copies, which I don't happen to have on me, of Learning Biotechnology. So how many parents we got out here today? Shout on out. Raise your hands. Give it up for the parents. I want to thank you all for bringing out your kids here to get information, to know that, because they are trying to put these books inside of our schools, inside of our rec centers. They're trying to eventually get them into your homes, where they are trying to convince these kids that biotechnology, the stuff that Monsanto does, is good for them and that will help the future. They're trying to convince them that they will be able to make bananas with medicine in them one day. That's a literal quote. That they will be able to increase the beta-carotene inside of rice to be able to help out the children and their future and help out crops and try to explain to them yield. These children
These children cannot be corrupted like that. And we're starting right here with doing it. So I want to thank all you parents for bringing out your kids and showing them the real truth about what can happen with this company. So thank you all.
Hi, my name is Jenna Norwood. It's really great to be here in my hometown of Washington, D.C. I was born here in Southeast, visiting from Florida for this awesome event. And I've dedicated my life to spreading the word about the power of getting back to nature with how we eat for mind, body, spirit, and the planet. I made a movie inspired by Super Size Me called Supercharge Me, 30 Days Raw. And it's been to 80 countries so far. It's really just taken my life in this whole other direction. The film will be in a festival in California next month with another food film called GMO OMG, which I highly recommend. And I'm honored to be here. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. We need to evolve or be recycled. I am so thrilled to see this wonderful crowd out here. Thank you, all of you.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Antonia. A lot of you might have seen me on Facebook. I helped organize this event. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's here, all the organizations that came out, people from like all over the political spectrum and all over, this part of the country. It's amazing to see you all here, so thank you. So from here, we're gonna go somewhere else, and this lovely man right here is gonna do a temperature check as to where y'all want to go. So again, thank you all so much for coming. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, so, my name is Story, and I'm a vegan, and in my school, we're doing a project about social justice, and we each get to choose a topic about social justice, and we have to do this whole thing for, when we go to middle school so our teachers can see it. And my topic is about labeling food products, GMO products. I am here because we have to take an action in this project.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, 1 minute. So, hey everybody, I'm so glad to see so many people here that actually cares about not just your health, but creating community by challenging the system and what they give us to us. So, yes, so I'm glad to see moms and dads and kids, which is amazing and really touched my heart. We are here, the Anarchist Alliance DC Network, and we hope to see you again. Please, we ask you to think about what you buy, okay? Read the labels, and yes, you can say no to GMOs. You know how? By not giving them your money. That's it. Also, by getting involved with your local organizations. There is several here in DC and in other cities. So please, I ask you to research, to learn more about this. And if you want to get together with the anarchists, we are ready to talk with you about Monsanto and how can we change this world in as a better place for our families and our kids and everybody together. Thank you.
All right, this is an open mic against Monsanto, and we're going to take a few more people. I think we're going to continue on our way. So I'm going to have a couple more people speak, and then I'm going to make a quick other announcement.
Hello everyone, my name is Mauricio. I came from Peru this year. I'm just going to be around for 1 year. But I wanted to tell my story. Hopefully I was raised by a mother that didn't give me any pills or shit to feed myself. but treated all my allergies and my health problems with natural food and homeopathy, and it came really well. And I'm here, really alive, and I'm going to fight against GMOs, and I hope we all do that right now!
Hey everybody, my name is Kidget, and I'm here because I want to tell you real quickly why I'm an environmentalist. It has to do with the next generation. I'm a new stepdad, and we are feeding our kids organic food, a lot of which we are growing ourselves. And I think that's the key. I think that coming together as members of a community, even if you don't have your own space to grow, check into churches, check into community garden centers, anywhere that you can put a few seeds in the ground, even if you don't know how to do it, start learning. That's really the way that we turn the tide on this. There was a quote that says that humans have not woven the tapestry of life, we're just a single thread within it. What's going on with Monsanto is that they are trying to prove that statement false. They are trying to reweave the fabric of life. Everything depends on everything else. Everything is interconnected, and if we are going to start making a difference, we have to realize that we are a fundamental part of that connection. And if we can set our intention to do it right ourselves, then that's going to start an effect. It's going to mushroom out to our neighbors, our friends, our relatives. I come from a small town. I don't have the benefit of people who are here in DC. I might know a million other people who are part of this organization or that. So we're getting it started in our small town. And what happens is one person will see another person who's on fire about an issue, will ask a few questions, and then that leads to more people being involved. And if you, like me, come from a small town, or if you feel at times that there's no one else listening, I hope you look around today, realize that there are people who made this journey, and you're not alone, and you can start that fire wherever you are.
Hi, my name is Ian Wilson. I currently work home healthcare, and I'm going to school for my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. I would just like to say that the root of our issues, Monsanto is just a hiccup along the way. The main issue is our government and the way that they're treating us at this moment. Who allows such evil to be pushed upon the American people? Our government does not look out for us at all. The fact that they're allowing this company to get away with this and many other things. So I'm not going to bring up conspiracy theories, but other things that are going on at the same time. We as the American people need to wake up. I'm going into the healthcare field. I know how this is working. Our country, all we do is treat the symptoms. The GMOs, the food, everything is a part of all the American people and how we're deteriorating as a society. Our people age the most terribly amongst other countries across the whole world. We as a society need to wake up and push our government to start treating us and take care of us. It is our food that fuels us and gives us health. How are we supposed to sit here and let our government treat us like this and infect the rest of the world? Third world countries, everyone else is being infected by this corporation, and our government is sitting back and allowing this to happen. Our government does not look out for our welfare. They do not have our health in their best intentions, whatever. They are not looking out for us. We need to attack the government. Monsanto is a part of it, but what is the main concern is our government. They do not have our best interests in mind.
I want to keep going with that sentiment. Our government basically has sold us out. We're supposed to be a government of the people, by the people, for the people. But recently, over 90% of the people said, hey, we should be able to make an informed choice when we're at the grocery store. We should be able to pick up a can of food and it should say contains GMOs if it contains GMOs. It's that simple. It's not going to cost billions of dollars to do. It's a few letters on a can of soup. Okay? Yet, our Senate decided, despite what 90% of their constituency, what they wanted, Senate decided, no, I tell you what, it's not up to the states. As a matter of fact, if states start labeling foods, we're going to allow Monsanto to sue those states. Why? Because they wanted to give their citizens the ability to make an informed choice when they're at the grocery store. And that's got to stop. write those 72 senators, tell them that this is their last term. Because if they're not going to work for the people, they don't deserve that office.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Branch, and I volunteer once a week at this community arts space in Columbia Heights. And we're showing this movie on Tuesday. It's called Genetic Roulette, The Gamble of Our Lives. This is a shocking movie. The filmmaker's name is Jeffrey Smith, and we're going to show this on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Look us up online, bloombars.com. Everybody should see this movie, even if you don't see it on Tuesday with us when we have our screening and discussion. Yeah, the name of the location is Bloom Bars. It's in Columbia Heights. We're screening Genetic Roulette at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a screening and a discussion. So I recommend, either see it with us or see this movie in some fashion, because it tells the truth about the whole conspiracy, and it's very important, very shocking. It talks about all of the health effects because of GMO food over the last 20 years. Thank you.
Right, I just wanted to mention something that I hadn't heard us talking about. Okay, we're here at the Monsanto offices. Look behind us. We see some revolving doors to the offices, right? The doors are actually revolving. There's also a revolving door between the United States government and Monsanto Corporation. And I'm talking about people who are rotating in and out of working in a position in the U.S. government and then rotating in and out of the Monsanto Corporation. I looked up a couple examples. I wanted to read a couple of them here. We have, for example, Michael Phillips, recently with the National Academy of Science Board on Agriculture, now as head of regulatory affairs for the Biotechnology Industry Organization. William Ruckelshaus, former chief administrator of the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. He is now, and for the past 12 years, a member of the board of directors of Monsanto Corporation. Okay, and we have people like Linda Fisher, former assistant administrator of the United States Environmental Protection Agency's Office of Pollution Prevention. She is now Vice President of Government and Public Affairs for Monsanto Corporation. Okay, the list goes on and on. Monsanto people rotate into government positions, and then once 4 years or 8 years or 12 years passes and they need to rotate out because someone else becomes president or something and they lose their job, they get a nice cushy position at Monsanto again, or one of their allies. I think we need to stop that, and when we're thinking about the links between the government and Monsanto, there is a direct link, and it's the people who are involved. We need to stop that. Stop the revolving door. Thank you.
Hundreds of miles north of the created milk tea. But there's no milk tea since our depository oil. The circle routine of life is broken. Since the use of genetically modified Roundup Ready began, milkweed has disappeared from over 100 million acres of row crops, a roughly 58% decrease. Milkweed is not only the modern caterpillar
It's just one of the effects that GMOs are having on the human species. You're wondering why autism has spiked over the past couple of decades. Let's look into GMOs. It's been linked to that as well. And so Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, liver disease, gastrointestinal disease. There's a whole list of ailments that are directly linked to GMOs and Roundup. And it's time to educate the public. We need to go informed. We need to go upset. We need to go
So, it's just another way to get around it. If you're going to play the game, come on.
Right? How did he get in front of us? He was with the body.
I love the way you have that rigged, man. That is so cool. It's because I'm broke.
I mean, last Saturday, so on one end, many people complain that the mainstream media doesn't cover GMO. And last Saturday, the front page of the Washington Post had an article about GMO. It was about how America's trying to strong-arm companies in these countries into taking the transgenic seeds from Monsanto and Dow and the other biotech companies. And they basically said in that article that they need to keep the question of genetically engineered seeds off the discussions, because if they decide to bring up that, the negotiations were going to fail. So that's an important thing to consider. This still is an open mic against Monsanto. Some of us are probably going to go home soon. Me. And I don't really plan on going back to the White House. But if you guys want to hang here, we can still have the open mic. The police have graciously closed off the streets for us, so we've got our space. The Washington Post, kind of empty.
Hello, obituary writers.
Hey, Washington Post. One thing we could do is, the Washington Post actually has two entrances. This is one entrance, but if we go just over here and around the building, like the front of the line was starting to march, that's also the second entrance of the building. So we could kind of maybe circle around their building, make a little noise, and then it's just a little, for those of us who know DC, then it's a little left-hand turn on 16th. We go 2 or 3 blocks, and then we're back at the White House. How does that sound? How does that sound? All right, so we have to make a lot of noise around the Washington Post building, right? Okay, anybody got some drums? Everyone has hands to clap, right? Okay, let's make some noise. Hey, hey, ho, ho, GMOs have got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho, GMOs have got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho, GMOs have got to go, hey, hey.